You're doing a good job in Igbo land in Africa. Good job. Thank you for everything you guys are doing.
So, Batra, I just saw your message and I decided let me hear your voice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm from Imbise. But I was born in USA, and I didn't learn Susu Igbo, but I read all the books about Odinani and uh, Dibia and then Chukwu Ume, and after God is Dibia. I think Chukwuelu Dibia.
Yeah.
So I've been reading for 20 years, so I know a little bit, but I don't speak Asusu Igbo completely,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
no, it's part of the program I'm working on now. I'm working on a 24 hours channel TV that can integrate Igbo language classes for diasporans.
Yes.
And yes, currently I'm still battling with the funding because practically fund it myself, but I know in due time I'll survive.
Well, we have a lot of that's the issue. I've talked to a lot of the Biafra leaders, even some of them live here in the same city with me. You know, American veterans of Igbo descent. They work with Aloy Ejimakor. I think they work with Mike Arnold. They work on Capitol Hill in D.C., Washington D.C. They do a lot of funding for their own projects, but and they work with Igbo World Assembly, World Igbo Congress. They know people uh, in the funding space and finance space, but they don't. It's hard to get their financing. So I've been funding myself too. I've been trying to do the stock market, but the good
It's it's it's
yeah
it's fine. It's fine. The one day we arrive at somewhere.
yeah the good thing
We,
is Allah Igbo is now. You know, you see the Sahel alliance in the news. You see Iran, ancient Persia. You see Russia in the news. Well, we've been in the news too. A lot of people, you know, South Africa, Ghana. Everybody's saying what's wrong, there's something wrong with the Igbo land, but it's just we're the center of Africa, the Bantu Federation. You know, in South Africa they had their Bantu states, and they didn't want to federate. Even now, South Africa is a federation, but they don't promote federation with they got their states. One tribe owns this state. They don't want to unite, as you can see. But it's the Igbo people saying, "Hey, we're in Congo, we're in Uganda. We could let's do business. Let's work together." So that's just how God made it, and we're working on people over here. But you know, USA with slavery, what happened was sad that a lot of the white man put a lot of the white man raped a lot of people. He killed a lot of strong men, and he put the women in charge. Even today, where the culture is based a lot on the women and their relationship with the government, and they don't like any sort of male leadership or any organization when a man stands up with a megaphone and says, "This is what we need to do." Everybody will scatter. Everybody will run away.
yeah,
If you, it's the women and the government that run the culture over here, and they still have if they go to any sort of African culture, is usually the ones that are ran by women. So they'll go to Kenya, or they'll go to Ghana, they'll go to Yoruba land and Ibadan and do this festivals, and they'll go to Lagos. But anytime they hear Igbo, they run away because of the feminism over here. But we're trying though. We're making progress, but it has to start small, and it's mostly men that want to participate at this point because that's the way the government set things up since old time. They don't want the men in charge of anything over here. So we have people talking now, but it's mostly men. And it's not a coincidence because that's the way the culture over here is. Feminism. The government promotes it and doesn't want anybody in. Don't want any black man talking about anything, family or marriage or this is how you do the tradition. It's you see it in the entertainment. They just want parties and uh, emotions and women doing whatever. So we're working on it, but I'm glad you called, and you guys you really put Igbo land on the map, especially you with what you did in Uganda and Burkina Faso, and you showed it was possible, and even Zimbabwe. I didn't know you were connected to Zimbabwe and Mapanga until a few weeks ago. So I had to say
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure speaking to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this message with people over here to say because it's not really center of Africa. You know, it's Sahel Alliance, it's the Igbo Bantu. As a matter of fact, there's 4 federations in West Africa. There's a Senegambia Secretariat. There's a Mano River Union. Nigeria, of course, with Biafra and Igbo land. We're asking for a sovereign space in Washington D.C. You know, I have some of the avid contacts. I have Eji Amako's contact. I found it online on Google. He responds to me. So Igbo land is the center of the whole, you know, all these federations. There's 4 in West Africa. People don't even know. The Sahel Alliance is the most famous now, but Nigeria is a federation. We can have our sovereign space. The House are starting to speak up in Niger and Nigeria. So there's everybody. Things are going to disintegrate, and Igbo land is going to have its own space, and maybe Biafra with the Calabar and will be part of it. But that's what people are talking about in USA now, in Washington D.C. I have those contacts, but they don't have a lot of strong African American support, and a lot of white Americans don't know about it. So it's just like something you see some politicians know about it, but in America, it's not. Biafra is not really known a lot. It's just so we're working on it, and culture is part of it. But it's going to be hard because you know if African Americans can claim Biafra, then they could sue the government and say, you know, you owe us all of this. We need our land to practice culture. So people are saying it could turn into a lawsuit with African Americans saying they need certain things to practice their culture and work with Biafra. So it's a reason you only see it in the politicians. They're not talking about it in the grassroots communities, and white Americans aren't talking about it. Black Americans aren't talking about Biafra. So it's some politicians are talking about it, but it has to grow. So when it does, you're one of the people we can refer to. And I know I used to work with or talk to Ezioku Chineke Gadi. Things didn't go far.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Things didn't go far. He never traveled outside. Rest in peace, the brother Prince Will, Chiemezia Richards. He just passed away, but we used to work with him on some projects. He had a Bantu TV where he tried to showcase the culture of Biafrans and people who came from Biafra across Africa, but he got sick, he got injured, and he got sick, and he passed away. And there wasn't enough money I could send him, but a lot of people know about this stuff. I think the Center for Memories in Enugu, they know about this Bantu Biafra migration. So it's going to be Igbo land. We have the most of the Bantu tribe, and we have the Biafra project, and we're everywhere. So that's what everybody's watching. What's going to happen with Igbo land if we get support from the USA, black, white, anybody? We're working on it. So some people here too, they have Yoruba heritage, so they want to promote Nigeria, or they have Fulani heritage, so they want to promote Nigeria. So sometimes people are slow to support Igbo, and then the feminism is hard. It's very hard, but we're working on it. You know, everything takes money and time. But I started promoting this in eight years, I think, and it was 6 years ago. We had the Amuteku that came from America. We were talking to Yoruba people. They copied the Black Panthers over here, and Yoruba had security. Then Igbo land, Biafra had security. Then Mali had security. Then Burkina Faso. Then Niger. So compared to 1967, things move very fast. So you just got to keep going, and people are going to come on board with what you're doing, because Igbo land is now the center of Africa. It's not Congo anymore. So you just got to keep going, and we're talking about you over here. I talked to Alex Ogechukwu, who works with Chukwuemeka Ndukaku. Nam.
Yeah.
He works with Chukwuemeka, and he works with you. So we're all in the same network. And even regardless, if people come to Igbo land, they're going to see what you're doing, and uh, it's good work. It's just people expecting. I know people are expecting Black people in
Thank you.
America to come on board, but it's a lot of issues over here where it's hard to get them to come on board fast. So we're trying, but we'll come and we'll stay in contact.
It's fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless. Jisike. Chukwugozie.